Eurythmics, 98.7 WFGR, and sweet dreams are made of these. Andy O, Dave Cackley, along with guests.
That's right.
Look over here to your other direction.
Hey,
over
there are girls in here.
Nice people, too.
Nice.
Very friendly. Let's welcome, go ahead and introduce yourselves. You are?
Hi, I'm Prudence from Dear Prudence.
Dear Prudence, and tell us what Dear Prudence is. I'm not familiar.
Dear Prudence, you should be familiar.
Really?
We are a teeny tiny little jewelry and gift shop.
Okay.
And we have locations in Gaslight Village, behind Crazy Charlie's.
Oh, I've seen those. Yeah, I know right where that is.
You been there?
Yeah, see
Okay.
our little black awnings.
Yep.
And then we also have a location in Modiv on Monroe Center.
Okay.
The shop's at Modiv.
So I should be familiar with this for Baubles for the Misses.
Yes.
Is
because
what you're trying
it's
to tell me.
reasonably priced.
Oh, okay.
Baubles for the misses. And a lot of it's made in the United States and
Okay.
some made locally.
Nice. All right.
Fantastic.
Well, I've just become a shopper. Like I had a choice. Oh, you heard about a new jewelry store, huh? What'd I get? And next to you, Prudence, is?
I'm Geraldine May, and
Nice
I'm
to
the
meet you.
managing director for Ellie's Place, a healing center for grieving children.
Now, let me ask you something. The name Geraldine May, it rings a bell because are you related to a fellow named Jamie May?
I am.
You are? In what way?
He's my husband.
He's your husband. Now, how do I know Jamie May? He's in charge of my mom and dad's fortune at Ameriprise Financial up in
really?
Rockford. That's right. He's got all the money. And I'm telling you right now, Jamie, if you're watching over this account,
Tell them to stop spending.
that's my retirement, not theirs. All right, sir?
I
telling
can't
you.
believe you, man.
Hey, I got to get an audience.
How
And
do
if
you know that much about your parents' finances?
I need to because I got a sister, I think, that's after him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And let's face it, I was born first. That's
Right, okay, so-
I'm the executor, like it or not.
Now, are you the executor of the? of the
No,
will?
she is.
Are you?
You believe
Wait,
that?
didn't you declare bankruptcy at one point?
I did, yeah.
Okay,
but
well, there you go.
if I had that much money, I wouldn't have had to.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the guy worked at UPS his whole life. He's filthy rich.
Okay, you're right.
Stop spending money on countertops. Tell him, you got to talk to Jamie and straighten these guys out.
I will.
Countertops and flooring and all that crap. No.
They don't need it. They can live on dirt floors.
I know old people that live on cat food very happily.
Oh, God. No, he didn't.
Geraldine, let's talk a little bit about Ellie's Place now. And what's the whole basis about Ellie's Place? Give us the background.
Well, Ellie's Place provides peer support programs for children ages 3 to 18 who have lost a loved one or a friend to death.
Yeah.
And so when children are grieving, a lot of people don't really understand children's grief. And many times children will mask their grief because they don't want to hurt the adults that they're around, particularly parents. So they may act out in certain ways. Some of the smaller ones do, particularly teenagers. They look like they're fine, but they're really not. And so that's what we're there to do, is to help kids come in and have a safe zone one night a week where they can share how they feel with others that have grieved like them.
It's not easy because dealing with a loss is it's not something you know naturally. It's you have to build some coping skills over time, and if you deal with an issue like a loss like this at a young age, the skill set's just not there. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Actually, kids who grieve, they have a lot of negative children's behaviors, but sometimes those foster into behaviors that go into adulthood. So some of the negative behaviors are school truancy, depression, and ultimately some children suicidal tendencies.
No kidding.
We really are there to try to help them understand and cope, and even the little ones who don't understand how to use the language, how they're feeling. We help them to learn language so that they can go home and say to their parents, I'm hurting, I'm sad, because they learn how to speak that language.
Yeah.
And it really helps them to work through their grief.
Now, do you separate like the ages of the kids? Because this is essentially like group therapy for kids, right?
It's not really group therapy; it's support group.
Okay.
But we do separate the children. So we separate them by age.
Okay.
And so we have kids that are typically 1 or 2 years age difference. So they all speak the same language.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Now, Dear Prudence gets involved in this in what way?
We our 1-year anniversary is coming up.
Yep.
And so when we opened our business, one of the things that we wanted to do was be able to give back to the community. So we do some charity things from time to time. We heard about Ellie's Place through a mutual friend, and we just thought it was an incredible opportunity to do something really special.
Yeah.
So on our 1-year anniversary, July 31st, we are going to do 10% of our day from both of our shops and from our online store, and we're going to donate it to Ellie's Place.
Okay.
So just kind of something fun and, something to support a really, really beneficial thing in our community.
Now, Prudence, have you? How did you come to know about this Ellie's Place? Did you have some kind of experience that you needed to be involved with, or did you just go, wow, that's what I want to do?
The whole reason we opened Dear Prudence, we moved here about 2 years ago, and I found out that I had uterine cancer right after moving here. So my husband said, as soon as we get you better, we're going to do every single thing that we ever said we were going to do.
Yep.
And this shop was kind of at the top of our list.
Yep.
So we just took it very seriously that we wanted to give back to the community. And when we came up with all this huge, plan of what we were going to do, since we're not a global empire, we have to do it on a small scale.
Sure.
So we like to benefit with organizations that are smaller, that, benefit things around our community directly.
Yeah.
So, anything we can do with children, causes like cancer that are near and dear to our heart, we can pick and choose and do special things.
Sure.
If we want to reload a food bank, we can do that.
Yep.
We're tiny, so we can kind of, point the money in the direction that we feel like it's necessary.
Small, but with a big arm.
Yeah.
That's
Very
right.
cool.
And they can do that. So it's an amazing thing to see groups come together like this. And, you and I, say what you want, a couple of wise asses on the radio. But we have always, I think, looked for the smaller charities that need a little bit more of a spotlight.
Right.
Because, as much as the United Way is a great organization and the Red Cross is a great
They
organization,
already have the spotlight.
they've got the spotlight. And it's so important to show that there are people out there, like Dear Prudence here, who are out there going, you know what, we can make a difference. It doesn't need to be a big one. It just needs to be a difference.
And Ellie's Place too. It's it sounds like a great idea, great organization, and we're happy to help it out.
Geraldine, if people were interested in bringing their kids to Ellie's Place, talk a little bit about the location, the hours, and how can they find some more information?
Sure. We're really fortunate because we have donated space from Third Reformed Church on Michigan.
Yep.
And so we're located at 2000 Michigan, which is between Plymouth and Maryland.
Okay.
And so it's right on a bus line.
Yep.
It's right off of 96, so it's really easy to get to. And folks can go to our website, elliesplace.org, or call our local phone number, 301-1605, and our social workers will work with families directly to enroll them, to talk with them. We also do an outreach. So even if families are not quite ready or it might not be a good fit, our licensed social workers will take the time to talk with families about how do you talk to your kids about death, and how do you prepare your child for a funeral, or how do you prepare your child for life that is going to be different without a loved one in the family.
Yeah, it's just it's an awful, awful experience for a little kid to have to go through.
Especially when you're dealing with 5, 6, 7-year-old kids who you don't expect to have to deal with that at that age.
Right.
So anything that you can do to help prepare them in any way is obviously beneficial.
Well, we appreciate you both taking a couple of minutes to come in. Geraldine, nice to meet you finally after the years. And you know what? He also controls my fortune.
I was going to say,
which is an account that he's going to close soon because
you got what, $8?
I think I got $500 in there.
Okay,
that's in a 401k that I can't get out.
Casino, man, we hit the blackjack tables and by 10:30.
Give Jamie a call.
Okay.
Get my money out. Prudence, thanks so much. Everybody go to Dear Prudence on July 31st, and keep in mind that money will go to help Ellie's Place. Ladies, thanks so much. Great cause, and we're glad to have you in here this morning. We'll put it up all online at WFGR.com in just a couple of minutes as well.
Achoo!